Hi paper crafters, welcome to another Design with Joe video. I'm Joanne Rogers, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Central Alberta, Canada, and I've been designing with you in mind since 1999. Today I want to show you how to make a really pretty fun fold card. It's a tri-fold card that you make with one piece of designer series paper, and it goes together super quick in about less than 5 minutes. This is the package called Dainty Flowers, which is free during celebration, and you can see how pretty it is with lots of different colors, very fresh spring colors that you can use. And on the back we have some great patterns, and there's also some great watercolor. But the pattern that we're going to use is this one right here. And Stampin' Up! Has been doing this a little bit more recently, where there's a big pattern on the bottom, but there's room for you to stamp on top. And that's what we're going to use. So you're going to take your piece of 12 by 12 and you're going to cut it down to 5.5 by 12. Now what I normally do for this one is I cut it in half. So get one all cut, and then we're going to take just a 1/2 inch off the bottom. And I usually take it off the bottom because then I have more room to stamp up here. So on your cutter you can actually go to the 1/2 inch mark to the right of the channel. You can go to the right or the left, whichever you're more comfortable with. So you're going to cut that off, and you can always use this on the card, or it's got great texture for something else. I'm just going to pull that out, and we're going to score it in 2 places. So now we are going to use that scoring blade. So we're going to score it at 4 inches here. So you're going to move the left side over to the 4-inch mark, make sure it's right up against the top, and give it a score. And then we're also going to score it at 8 1/4. So you do need to take the arm out on your trimmer, move that all the way over to 8 1/4, making sure that it's still keeping right to the top, and give that a score. You can get all the measurements on my blog. And what we're going to do is we're just going to fold along those score lines. So you're going to fold in on this one and pull in your bone folder and just give it a nice crisp edge. And you're going to do the same thing here. We want a little bit of an overlap here, which tells the card recipient exactly how to open it up. Now the first thing we're going to do is we are going to put our card on the inside. So that is done really fast. And I've just got double-sided adhesive on the back here. The piece of Rich Razzleberry is 4 by 5 1/4, and our basic white is 3 3/4 by 5. It's going to fold like that. I'm going to pull in my Stamparatus, and with this paper, there's actually a set of stamps and dies in the catalog called Dainty Delight, which coordinate with it perfectly. So I'm going to be using the Celebrate You on today's card, and I'm also going to be using this flower for the inside. So I've already got that on my Stamparatus. I love my Stamparatus for stamping things nice and straight. I've got my Starry Sky, which matches the purple blue in the, I don't know what kind of flowers those are. We're going to pull in this guy here. Now what I normally do is I pull this right over to the edge, and I'm just going to look at where that's going to put my writing and decide if that's going to be good. So the writing's pretty much going to be right in the center of the card, but remember, this isn't the whole card. It actually is going to be aligned to the left just a little bit. So I'm okay with that, or you can move it wherever, but I'm just going to stamp that. We're also going to just stamp really quickly on the bottom here, and I'm using this stamp out of that Dainty Flower set, and ink that up onto my Starry Sky. I just wanted a little bit of solid color down here. I could have picked any of the colors in the flowers, but I sort of like the look of our glimmer paper. So our glimmer paper is ombre, meaning that it goes from lighter to darker. So there's a bigger sheet to show you. And I chose the Starry Sky to match the flowers. And this is just a 1/2 inch by, this is 1/2 inch by 5.5. So I'm going to put a strip of glue on here using my liquid glue. I just like the liquid glue to get it to stick a little bit better whenever I'm using glimmer paper, any kind of paper that has a texture to it. So I'm just going to place that upside down on top. The glue is going to give me a little bit of time to see exactly where I've placed it. So I want mine to go in just a little further. So I really only have a tiny little bit showing. let's put a couple embellishments on there. And the ones I've chosen are the elegant faceted gems. And I like these because they come in a clear that's going to give just a little bit of interest to those flowers. Pull in my Take Your Pick tool. And I'm just going to put it right on the center of the flowers. And that one, and maybe that one. And then we'll maybe put a small one down here somewhere, just for a little bit of interest again. Okay, so there's your card, less than 5 minutes, and it's a beautiful card that you can send to anyone. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. And don't forget to sign up for my email list where you can get all kinds of new paper crafting ideas too. See you again.